Hey everyone, it's Mac Story. I want to talk to you about something I share from the stage a lot that gets people to thinking. And I thought, well, maybe my network needs to think a little bit. I always ask people from the stage, not always, but a lot of times, when I'm speaking, I'll say, how many of you like two-faced people? Believe it or not, I've never had any person ever, out of thousands of people, admit they like two-faced people. But I've met a lot of two-faced people. So those people apparently like being two-faced. And I can tell you, I used to be one of those people. So anything I'm talking about or teaching you, I'm sharing it with you from experience in my life. Things that I've done and changed and for the better to improve. So when I talk about being two-faced, most people think two-faced means somebody who says one thing to your face and something else behind your back. So basically they're two-faced people, right? There's somebody when they're talking to you and there's somebody else when they're not talking to you. And everybody can relate to those folks, and nobody really likes those type people. But I want to take it a little deeper than that. I want you to think about you. If you don't like two-faced people, I want you to think about, are you a two-faced person? Most people say they're not a two-faced person. But let me explain what I mean and who I used to be. I was about 10 or 12, 15 faces. I had it bad, right? And there's a lot of other people do too. They just don't know it because they're not thinking about it the right way. So if we really don't like two-faced people, the first thing we need to do is not be one of them. And I'll share with you, I haven't drank alcohol in over 5 years. And I haven't used profanity in over 5 years. But when I was drinking alcohol, there were people I was drinking it with. There were other people who I didn't drink with, but they knew I drank. There were other people who didn't ever know that I had ever drank. So I was different faces with different people. Some people think I never drank at all. Other people see me when I couldn't walk. That's two-faced. I'm trying to be somebody. Some people, I used profanity. If I said a one-word sentence, it was profanity. That one word was profanity back in those days. Then there were other people who never heard me say the single, tiny, little, small word of profanity. So I was being two-faced then. Those are just a couple of examples. I laugh at some jokes with some friends, but then I wouldn't think about sharing that joke with other friends. So I was being multi-faced all the time. So my challenge to you today is remove that blind spot that's between you and the mirror. It's always between us and the mirror. The same blind spot. We have to remove it. Look into it. Is there something you need to change in your life to get in alignment? For me, I'm completely in alignment today. I'm the same person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you can put a camera on my life and show it to anybody. Any client, any relative, anybody. And I'm going to be the same person. And I used to be a whole lot of different people. But I can tell you one thing. It's very, very rewarding to grow yourself and develop yourself to truly become one face. And it's the same face to everybody, all the time. Who you are is who you are. And I had to do a lot of character work to make that happen, but I did it, and my life is so much better. And I want you to think about it. Are you two-faced or three-faced or 12-faced like I used to be? And why does it matter? The reason it matters is because it says who you are. We're always running from ourselves, but we can't hide from ourselves. We think we can, but we can't. So I hope you got a little bit out of this. And if you don't like two-faced people, do me a favor and make sure you're not one of them.